So, great evening, everyone. Welcome to the 98th episode of Beautiful Minds with me, Kirthi. It's a live chat show with unsung heroines around the world. And today with me, I have got Lina George here. Lina, welcome to my show.
Thanks for having me on your show, Kirthi.
Lina, first and foremost, thank you so much. So first and foremost, I want to thank you for making your convenience according to mine. കാരണം എപ്പോഴും നമ്മൾ വരുന്ന ഗസ്റ്റിനോടാണ് പറയാറ് നിങ്ങളുടെ സമയം നോക്കൂ 7 ആണ് നമ്മുടെ ഷോ. പക്ഷേ യു ആർ സോ ഗുഡ് ദാറ്റ് യു ഇറ്റ്സ് ഓക്കെ നോ പ്രോബ്ലം ഞാൻ വരാം എനിക്ക് പ്രശ്നമില്ല 9 ഓക്കെ 9 ആയി 9:10 ആയി. സോ thank you so much, and I really want to actually say sorry for making this much of a
No, that's fine. Actually, this is a perfect time for me because I just put my baby to sleep, and so 7 is the time, and even my husband come from work, so it's on a perfect time. So yeah.
appo pinne rendu orumichu cheyale
yeah, no problem.
Going on with about Tina, I mean like Lina, endariyo Lina confusion aanu. To the audience, I want to say this. Tina is actually Lina's sister. Tina നമ്മുടെ ഷോയിൽ വന്നിട്ടുണ്ടായിരുന്നു വേറ കേക്സിന്റെ ഒരു കാര്യങ്ങളൊക്കെ പറഞ്ഞു വന്നിട്ടുണ്ടായിരുന്നു. So that's why the name is a bit confusing. But about Lina, I would really love to say she is a software engineer. She is an entrepreneur. She is the founder and owner of Brigette. George. ഈ കാര്യങ്ങൾ എന്തൊക്കെയാണ് നമ്മൾ ഡീറ്റെയിൽ ആയിട്ട് കേൾക്കും. So Lina, on to you. എവിടെയാണ് ശരിക്കും and let's start from your childhood days because എനിക്ക് നമ്മൾ സംസാരിക്കുമ്പോൾ അതിൽ കുറച്ച് ഇൻട്രസ്റ്റിംഗ് കാര്യങ്ങൾ എനിക്ക് നമ്മുടെ എല്ലാ സ്ത്രീകളും ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ടാവും കുട്ടികളാണ് സമയത്ത്. But that particular thing which we have done in our childhood, you have actually turned out as your the boutique which you're running right now. So, first of all, where are you actually from?
I'm from Ernakulam. I've got a baby who is going to be 2 tomorrow. And so, yeah, I started Brigette George when she was 3 months old. Up 3 months I didn't have anything much to do. She just drinks milk and sleeps. So, and I'm not someone who can easily sit. Okay, why not start this? That's when I started in September 2020. So, like you asked, childhood, I had the passion for stitching. I used to love stitching, and I love seeing fabrics more than dresses. I just fall in love with fabrics. So when even my mom used to stitch. So seeing her, maybe I used to really love stitching. And when I was in 5th standard and 6th standard, I used to stitch small dresses. So using my hand, I used to stitch for my dog and dolls. And then after that's how I started. Like I used to simply stitch small dresses. And then after my 10th, there was a 3 months gap getting into the 11th standard. So I went for a small tailoring class. That's when I learned how to use a machine. And yeah, that's the childhood story. Then after that, I did my college, I did my engineering. I did BTech from Rajagiri. And after that, I was working as a software engineer in Wipro for some time, Bangalore and Chennai. And even I was with my twin sister, work in Bangalore and Chennai. And we used to actually find it difficult to find clothes for my sister's kids. She's got 3 girls. So that's when we actually thought, okay, why not stitch something? We have the passion for it. And we even had a sewing machine in an apartment. So then we started a page called Little Inspirations in Facebook back then in 2013. But that got a lot of what would you say, kore alkar adne pattika choichu, but we couldn't focus on that because we were working. And appa kunju orders we used to take, like for bridesmaids and അങ്ങനെ ചെറിയ orders, ഫാമിലിയിലും ഫ്രണ്ട്സിലും അങ്ങനെയൊക്കെ. പിന്നെ we did an exhibition in St. Teresa's once. But that was there only for 3 months and we stopped, and I had to go to Canada. I was working there, and then I came back. I got to get married here in Cochin. In 1 year, I just started Brigette George. So that's like the brief.
Lina, എനിക്ക് തോന്നുന്നു നമ്മൾ സംസാരിക്കുന്ന സമയത്ത് ഇങ്ങനെ എന്റെ ചൈൽഡ്ഹുഡ് മെമ്മറീസും കൂടി ഇങ്ങനെ റിഫ്രഷ് when you said about the Barbie dolls. കാരണം ഇപ്പോഴത്തെ ഒരു ഇതിൽ കുട്ടികളെ ബാബി ഡോൾസ് കൊണ്ട് കളിക്കുക എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ വളരെ റേറാണ്. പക്ഷെ എനിക്ക് നമ്മുടെ ഒരു ടൈമിൽ എത്തുമ്പോൾ നമുക്ക് ഒരെണ്ണം കിട്ടാന്ന് പറയുമ്പോൾ തന്നെ വലിയ കാര്യമാണ്. വേറൊരു ഡോളിനെ കിട്ടിയാൽ പോലും അതിന്റെ ഡ്രസ്സ് മാറ്റിയിട്ട് പുതിയ ഒന്നും നമ്മൾ ഉണ്ടാക്കി കൊടുക്കുക. But I really had this curiosity when I was talking to you. I was asking the same question, but I would really love to ask the same in front of the audience as well. How did this engineering come? കാരണം സാധാരണ നമ്മുടെ ഇതിൽ വരുന്ന ആൾക്കാരെല്ലാരും they'll have some background and they'll say like അത് വേണ്ടതായിരുന്നില്ല പക്ഷെ നമ്മളിങ്ങനെ അവിടെ എത്തിപ്പോയി അല്ലെങ്കിൽ we did it for our family. But you said something interesting. It wasn't just a force by your parents, but it was something which you really wanted to do. ആ ഒരു കാര്യം കൂടി ഒന്ന് ഷെയർ ചെയ്യൂ.
Right. So engineering, I wanted to be an engineer from when I was a small kid because my dad was an engineer. And engineering was my dream, but my passion was always, after I got into engineering, I realized, okay, this is not where my passion lies. My passion is actually back in tailoring and things, but I wanted to be an engineering. I wanted to get that degree for some reason, but I really worked. I used it. It's not that I didn't use it. I worked for 7 years. I was working as a quality analyst lead. And then, I came back and then, okay, it was time to settle down. And I thought even when I was in Canada, I actually tried starting a business for kids' clothing line, but it was not feasible. It's like getting the labor and everything, even the fabric sourcing, everything was expensive. And that over there, I think software engineer was an easier job. So I came back and now I'm really, really happy with where I am. By the grace of God, it's all going well, and we are taking a step higher every time. Yeah.
Great. Lina, and I'm sure that your question you would have gone through by many of people around you, right? അതായത് ഇത്രയും നല്ലൊരു ജോലി, നല്ലൊരു പൊസിഷനിൽ നിൽക്കുന്നു, engineering കഴിഞ്ഞു, and then you're moving to something different, into fabrics, or entrepreneur. Do you really want to do it? അങ്ങനത്തെ ഒരു questions-ഉം അങ്ങനത്തെ കാര്യങ്ങൾ വന്നിട്ടുണ്ടാവും എനിക്ക് ഉറപ്പാണ്. I was asking the same question to you. And how did you actually overcome that part of it if you had this question? കാരണം ഇത് മിക്കവാറും എല്ലാവർക്കും കേൾക്കുന്ന ഒരു ചോദ്യമാണ്.
Right. So even when I came down to Cochin, they offered me the same job with the same salary. I could just work online from here, but the time difference from Canada was 11 hours, so it wasn't feasible. And I could if I actually wanted, but I felt when I came here, like back in 2013 when me and my sister started this boutique, there were barely any boutiques around. And when I came back here, it was anywhere you look that people are doing kids' clothes or a boutique, salwars or saris, and it's like crazy. I was like, oh, then a lot of people actually suggested that I start something else, something into like the food industry, something different, something that no one has started. But I thought about it, but I somehow couldn't digest that. I was like, oh, no, I know what I like. Okay, this is my passion. I love that. And if you're naturally good at something, I feel that's like to everyone who's listening, that if you're naturally good at something, you should just go for that. That is your passion. And I realized that, and I'm so happy with what I do. And even if there's a stress or tension or anything in the business, you just enjoy it. And well, it's not the same when you're in some other under some other person, right? So yeah, that's it.
So you actually went through എല്ലായിടത്തും പറഞ്ഞു നിങ്ങളിപ്പോൾ തൽക്കാലം ഒന്നും പറയണ്ട, I'll try to prove myself and you'll be happy for that. And I'm sure that those people have asked these questions, they might be like, അയ്യോ നമ്മൾ ചോദിക്കണ്ടായിരുന്നു. It actually, she was in the right path and we were just actually trying to move her from what she was doing. അങ്ങനെയാണോ?
Actually ഇല്ല, അങ്ങനെ ആരും ഇതൊന്നും പറഞ്ഞില്ല. They were like, okay, അധികം എൻ്റെ അടുത്ത് അങ്ങനത്തെ questions ഒന്നും ആരും ചോദിച്ചിട്ടില്ല. So it was okay. And everyone was happy with what I was doing with this also, because when you have a baby, there's not much thing that you can do. Even working online it's not that feasible. So I was like, okay, everyone was like, okay, wow. Adin thought about, okay, wow, okay. But now everyone was like, yeah, appreciating it.
Wow, man. Okay, wow, wow.
Yeah, that wow was like, okay, you're doing something, okay. So now it's like, okay. That's different.
വണ്ടർഫുൾ. ലീന, എനിക്ക് തോന്നുന്നു വേറൊരു കാര്യം കൂടി എനിക്ക് ഭയങ്കര ഇൻട്രസ്റ്റിംഗ് ആയി തോന്നുന്നു. ആൾക്കാർ കേൾക്കുമ്പോൾ മനസ്സിലാവുന്നത് മുന്നേ മുതലേ ഈ ഒരു തോട്ട് ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു. പക്ഷെ ഐ തിങ്ക് ദ റിയൽ പാർട്ട് ഓഫ് ബ്രിഗേറ്റ് ഹാപ്പൻ വെൻ യു ആർ pregnant and the launch of Brigette actually happened when your kid was just 3 months. കാരണം നമ്മൾ കാണാനുള്ള പലരോടും പറയും, അയ്യോ കുട്ടികളായതിനു ശേഷം ഇപ്പോഴൊന്നും നടക്കില്ല, അവരിനി വലുതാവട്ടെ എന്നിട്ട് ഞാൻ എന്റെ പാഷൻ ഫോളോ ചെയ്യും. ബട്ട് യു were one person who surprised me by saying that 3 months I actually launched it and I was just doing it. When she sleeps, I do my things. അതൊന്ന് ഷെയർ ചെയ്യൂ, like how much challenging was that?
Yeah, sure. So when I was pregnant, I didn't have anything much to do. So that 9 months, and mainly the first 7 months, 3 months I was at home, so I was having fun. So the first 7 months, I didn't have anything much. So I used to actually import fabrics from different buyers, like from different countries and even within India. I just wanted to see the fabric quality. I didn't know anything about it. Like, I basically started with linens, and in linens there are a lot of things to learn. Actually, it's not like a normal cotton fabric you can just simply wash and wear. This is like linen, needs to be washed, and there are a lot of process to it. So I was more interested in linen, and that's something that no one has done here. Every other fabrics people have brought in. So during this, when I was pregnant, 7 months time, I used to do a lot of research on things and buy samples and test. That is before my pregnancy. I knew that if I started then at that time, I would need to break it when I deliver, and the first 3 months I couldn't do anything. So I thought I'll just start. So I was kind of prepared to start after when she was 3 months. So yeah.
And it was a roller coaster, if I'm right. കാരണം എന്താ പറയാ, കുട്ടി കരയുന്നു, ഇപ്പുറത്ത് നമ്മൾ വർക്ക് ചെയ്യുന്നു, but you still somehow managed, and I think it's just running so beautifully. Just few more things I would really love to ask you is about the Brigette, George. Like, ഈ പേര് എനിക്ക് ഭയങ്കര ഇൻട്രസ്റ്റിംഗ് ആയി തോന്നി. It was something very different. Is there any story behind that as well? ആ പേരിന് എന്തെങ്കിലും?
Yeah, it's actually, a lot of people thought it's my mother's name, but actually it's my church name. So my name is Lina George. So,
so that's a Brigette, is it? Oh, I'm so sorry. I was actually pronouncing it Brigette. Okay, so it's Brigette. Yeah,
it's Brigette. So yeah, that's my church name, Brigette George. I thought Lina is like Lin. I was like confused I didn't know what to put. So I was like, okay, why not Brigette? It's different, and I was like, okay. I simply put that. Actually, we didn't give much thought, but everyone loves that name.
Beautiful. എന്താണ് your future plans? And like you're already running really well, and you even told me that you're trying to actually go to the next level. എന്താണ്, what are future plans?
So basically, next month we'll be launching our website, and we're actually looking into expanding. As in, currently, 4 tailors വെച്ചാണ്. ഇപ്പോൾ ഞങ്ങൾ tailors unit ഒക്കെ കുറച്ച് expand ചെയ്തിട്ട്. Because we are not able to cater everyone's needs. It's all sold out, and any like by the grace of God, really, whatever like I put gets sold out very fast. In like a day or two, it gets. So I'm not able to meet everyone's requirements. So for that, we're actually planning to expand and hoping to do something bigger. That is happening in June.
That's again nice. Lina, just one thing which came to me, ഇപ്പോൾ ഈ പറഞ്ഞുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കുന്ന സമയത്ത് എനിക്ക് മനസ്സിലാവുന്ന കാര്യം, you said like നമ്മുടെ ഒരാളുടെ റിക്വസ്റ്റ് അനുസരിച്ചിട്ടാണ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്. So when we were actually discussing about your profile to be adding on, but you're the designer. പിന്നെ പറഞ്ഞു വേണ്ട, അത് ആവശ്യമില്ല. So you actually design the entire thing there, or is there anyone?
Yes, I do everything by except the stitching, because I have a baby. I cannot do that, and the orders I get, I cannot like do the stitching part. But I know how to stitch. And it's not feasible for me to stitch by myself. So I just source the garments. I give the measurements, I give the design, I give the pattern, everything. I give the tailor, and he stitches and gives me. I pack and I deliver. I ship it. Yeah.
That's again great. You told Lina, while I was talking to you, and when I hear about the passion towards this particular fabric, I think you will be one person. പെട്ടെന്ന് നോക്കിയപ്പോൾ ടൈലർ ഇല്ല, എന്നാൽ കുഴപ്പമില്ല, ഞാൻ തന്നെ സ്റ്റിച്ച് ചെയ്യാന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. You might probably even explore that as well.
Yeah, but my daughter is actually turning 2, so it's like terrible too. So I barely get time to stitch that. Stitching കുറച്ച് പേഷ്യൻസും ഇതൊക്കെ വേണം. അപ്പോൾ അതിനുള്ള ടൈം എനിക്ക്, ബിക്കോസ് അത്ര ആദ്യം എന്നൊക്കെ പറഞ്ഞാൽ മേ ബി ഓക്കെ ഫസ്റ്റ് മന്ത്, പക്ഷെ ഇപ്പൊ ഇറ്റ്സ് നോട്ട് പോസിബിൾ. So yeah, even if it's like
but it's really nice to hear from you. എനിക്ക് തോന്നുന്നു നമ്മളിങ്ങനെ കുറച്ച് ലേറ്റ് ആയി തുടങ്ങിയതാണെങ്കിൽ just like very relaxing to talk to you and know about you. കാരണം you are doing lot of things, പക്ഷെ you don't actually come so much forward, and I think this is your first live which you're doing.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yeah.
And you're really lucky enough, because ഇതിന് ശേഷം ഭയങ്കര അച്ചടി കേട്ടായിരുന്നു. എനിക്ക് ഇതിന് ശേഷം ലൈവിന്റെ ബഹളമായിരിക്കും.
I'm not good with live, seriously.
But you wouldn't believe, you were really good. Yeah, you were just very comfortable, and you were talking to me very nicely with all the stories and things like that. So nothing much to say. Wish you all the very best. പക്ഷെ നമ്മൾ thank you ഒക്കെ പറഞ്ഞു പോകുന്നതിന് മുന്നേ, I used to ask just one question commonly to everyone. that with all this experience which you had in your career or in your personal life, what is that one message you would really love to share with anyone who's watching the show right now, or later on someone who's watching out? What would you love
Right.
to share?
So that would be that follow your dream. I know it's not it's not practical. A lot of people to do that. A lot of responsibilities and everything. But if possible, if you should follow your dream and follow your passion, because if you're naturally good at something, you don't have to worry about it, or you don't have to stress about it, and your life is easier. That's what I have to say. And for that, for me, what has helped me a lot is I'm a big believer, and for me, the Almighty has helped me a lot. And I feel that through prayer, there's nothing impossible. So, yeah, that's my message.
Thank you so much, Lina. It was really nice knowing you. Namely, a quick shot. I feel so happy to know about you, and trust me, you're a very pleasant person. Even if it's a late night going to be, but it feels like very fresh. So, wish you all the very best for the
Thank you
Brigette
so
and
much.
things that you're doing. And nothing much to say, just keep going, girl. You're doing a wonderful job. And yeah, thank you so much on behalf of me and from our audience as well.
Thank you so much for having me on your show, Kirthi.
Thank you. And to the audience out there, people out there, please ensure that you're going to join us in the upcoming episodes, because it is the 90th episode. I'm super excited that the 100th episode is going to come out there. I'm trying to bring out one of the best person for us to make the day more special. So thank you so much. You have been supporting from the beginning till now. Next weekend, you will have another interesting lady with me to share her story with us. So until and unless, just as always, I say, keep smiling and please take proper care of yourself and have a great weekend ahead. So Lina, so you also have a great weekend ahead.
Thank you.
So
You
much
too.
once again.
Bye-bye. Take
Bye-bye.
care. Yeah.